Alright, here we are back at the table with another edition of Crit Happens. This is your mic man, Bubbernot.
Moxie.
Teaspoon.
And we have a guest today. It's a lovely young gentleman by the name of...
Connor, how you doing?
Connor, how you doing? First and last name right there. Connor, how you doing?
That's right.
Well, today's topic, we're going to discuss Pokemon.
Pokemon?
That's right.
That's right. High five on that one.
Yeah, exactly.
I did it in my head.
Yep. So, Pokemon. I wanted to address where they've been, what's going on today, where we're going, and just Pokemon in general. So we can start with something, we can hit the ground. We're going to hit the ground running with Blue and Red. I don't know if you guys remember that at all. That's a little dated.
Totally.
I think it was 1995. I could be wrong, give or take a year, but...
Pretty close.
My parents didn't get me a Game Boy. So...
I had them both.
Yeah, so I was very out of the loop on all of those. That's why I didn't touch a Pokemon game until very, very recently when I got my very first DS, and it was a 3DS.
Right. I'm actually, I'm going to go look it up right now, what year it came out. So just keep at it.
So, I mean, I started with Red and Blue. Red and Blue was my first go at it, and I didn't really play it seriously. I honestly didn't even know how to play the game, but I remember
Well, you
running
were
through
just
Viridian.
a kid then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't actually get it in 95. I got it a few years afterwards, but I got them both. So they must have been cheap or something. But once I started playing them, I wasn't very good at them. And once I actually got somewhere, I remember between Connor over there, my brother, just for the record, and my cousin, they both erased my saves. It was Connor on Red and my cousin on Blue. Both erased my saves.
I was pretty much the bane of his existence.
He was a good-
video gaming, at least in the early days.
Not even video gaming, just my saves. Like, you were the same save reaper, and it was
It's
pretty
funny because I
awful.
remember all of it. I remember every single one.
Like, you knew what you were doing. I told you. Like, I remember multiple occasions, like, Connor, don't erase the save, because this is my save, and I, want to continue playing and beat the game. And, didn't listen. Not even a little bit. It's like you totally disregarded, but again, you were like 3 or 4, so what can you say?
My brother did the same thing when I played games.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a Game Boy, but I had all the others. And you start up a game, and he would run through. I'm like, Brandon, don't you walk through here. See those chords?
Yep.
You get caught up in those chords, I'm going to beat you up.
Yep.
He's like 4 years old, running
Like,
around.
fuck that. Woo!
And then he runs through, kicks the cord, and he goes, I'm so sorry, sissy. I'm like, you better fucking run, little
Right.
boy.
You have about 3 seconds while I get up and renumb my legs. So I'm numb.
So I was off by a few years. It actually came out September 28th, 1998.
Oh, wow. So maybe
yeah.
I did get it when it first came out.
Yeah, it was that was the North American release. It came out a little bit earlier in Japan, but obviously we're not in Japan. So yeah, that was the North American release, and my best friend got Red because he thought dragons were dope, and I got Blue because lol giant turtle with guns.
Seems like that's good logic.
How old were you in 98?
How old were I in 98?
I was 8 years old.
I was 11.
6.
2.
You were 2? Holy sh! Okay. Yeah, I got Blue. My best friend got Red, and 2 weeks after it came out, it snowed so bad that I was stuck in his house for 3 weeks.
Oh, I remember you
Holy
telling
shit.
me that.
And that's all I did for 3 weeks.
Sounds like a good 3 weeks.
Yeah, no shit.
I breathed Pokemon. Like, literally, I probably spent a good, 3 days in Diglett Tunnel just training Pokemon. I was like, I'm going to crush everything. I'm like, what the fuck
I
is
am
this
the master.
Snorlax? Yeah, it was just so many feels and experiences, man. They transcend the release date. What came after that? We had
Yellow.
Red, Blue, then Yellow. That
Yellow
was special
my
because
first experience, like real good Pokemon experience.
you could drag Pikachu behind you because that's what the series was all about.
and you got all the starters.
Yeah,
that
you
was
did.
the big part for me because I'm a Charmander freak. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and throw that out there.
Getting all the starters was nice, but in my opinion, it's kind of broken. It's not fair to get all the starters because they're already better than all of the shit that you're going to find anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I was young enough to where that didn't matter. I was going to run around with the starters anyways.
Sure.
Especially Pikachu. He just stuck around.
Pikachu to get to the Thunder Smash! Lol.
Yep, basically.
Yeah, no, I know those feels all too well. After that, they dropped, what,
Gold and silver.
Gold and silver, that's right. I got silver, and my next best friend got gold, and we E-traded so often with our Game Boy Colors. Like, it was an everyday event on the bus. We would get up in the morning, and we would mystery gift each other. Like, we
Nice.
were pros. I think midway through the school year, the game was like, there's no more room in your bedroom. Stop it. You cannot mystery gift anymore.
How have you played this much?
I know. So I believe I made the I made Game Freak very happy. That's for sure. But that it didn't end there. I mean, with Lugia and Ho-Oh and the legendary dogs, like we kept moving.
That was the
on.
next level.
That really
Next
was.
level Pokemon
People
shit
were
right
like,
there.
Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres. Holy shit, they're so cool. They're just birds, man.
Yeah, fuck
Then
you,
they got
birds.
legendary dogs that look like giant Japanese space monsters. Like, what the hell is this Suicune? With a-
What the fuck happened there?
yeah, this dog was part of a Chernobyl experiment, man.
Somebody was on acid at least once.
Basically. So we had blue and red, then yellow. Then we had gold and silver,
Crystal.
crystal.
Crystal was
Crystal,
dope.
which no one can get anymore. I think, honestly, like a sealed version, like a sealed, not bubble wrap, but the plastic wrap version of blue and red, somewhere in the ballpark.
Yeah, ballpark.
Ballpark.
It's in the ballpark of like $700 or $800.
I still have my copy of Red, Blue.
Oh, I do too.
And Crystal, and I think I have Gold too. I never had Silver.
I got silver
I had Gold.
because it was just way better. I mean, sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Ho-Oh blows.
Ho-Oh does blow.
Oh, sucks.
This giant fiery bird of rebirth.
Check out my big ass feathers.
I'm the rainbow bird seen in episode 1 of the Pokemon series. And
This shit wasn't playing at all.
Nope, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Talking about the series, man. Sorry, but Ash is a bitch.
Basically.
Yep.
I mean, what kind of excellent trainer just wanders around all day, catches all these badass Pokemon, trains them up to the point where they're actually, like, they're combat worthy, and then he's like, I love you, you should go free!
Lets them go
He lets them go. Like,
time.
every time.
he got rid of Charizard.
Butterfree.
He got rid of
Butterfree,
Butterfree.
yeah.
Like, that was so iconic, man. Like, that was the first time in my childhood that I watched a cartoon and I was sprouting tears.
Yeah, dude. QQs all day long.
All day long. We needed less QQ, more Pew Pew. For serious.
Yeah.
It was sad days. Sad days.
Fucking Butterfree's dope. Why would you do that?
It doesn't even matter.
Confusion, sleep attack, whatever. Fucking
Sleep attack.
Butterfree is like, hands down, he is the master catcher in every game for me. You get a Butterfree, like, past level 17, he's got sleep, confusion, paralysis, like, he's got everything. So it's like, well, I'm gonna
sad.
status ailment the shit out of you until I catch you. Which is awesome.
You're pretty much caught. You might as well just climb in
Yeah,
his
just,
ball.
just lay there.
you can just follow me
take
if
it.
you want.
Which is borderline, like, that's borderline rape mode.
That's okay.
That's okay. Things we just don't talk about in
Yep.
Pokemon.
I caught him with my pee-pee.
Poke your rape.
Paper rape. Whatever.
Oh no, bad news bears.
Fun.
We went to
We were at Crystal.
We were at Crystal, so then we went to Ruby and Sapphire. Ruby and Sapphire
Next
third gen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next gen's shit right there, because that was
Yeah.
Game Boy Advance.
Yep. And then they dropped Emerald. And I think I never got them, but I borrowed a copy of Sapphire from one of my better friends at the time.
Yeah.
And
I just rebought you Emerald.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And
Emerald
I
is
played
amazing.
Yeah.
Emerald,
Emerald
is
is-
amazing.
I put over 220 hours into Emerald.
I probably clocked in around, realistically, in my entire life, I've easily, like, I can honestly say this, I've put over 1,000 hours into those Pokemon games.
I believe it.
1,000 hours. You got to realize, though, 1998 to today, it's
few days.
2013. We're looking at 15 years of gaming. Let's stretch out 1,000 hours over 15 years.
Most people have over 1,000 hours in Team Fortress 2 because that shit's free.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
We're
Doesn't
not even going
matter.
to get on that topic.
We're not talking about Team Fortress. We're talking about Pokemon.
Clearly better.
So after Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, what did we see next?
After Emerald was
I
Diamond
dropped
and
off the
Pearl.
wagon there.
It was Diamond and Pearl and Platinum.
And Platinum.
Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. It was
Never played any
Dialga,
of them.
Me-
Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. I got Diamond, and Leslie later bought me she bought me Pearl because that was Palkia, and then I ended up picking up. I traded in some games and I got the
Platinum.
because it literally, like, it had more content. Overall, it was better because of the content.
Yeah, I feel like that was of all of the generations, that is the least known. I think was 4.
a lot of people didn't like it. People
I think
were really
four
stuck on.
slipped through.
People
Yeah.
were really stuck on Gen 3, and like a lot of these nostalgia fans are just like, fuck all of them. I'm going to Gen 1, just because everyone's like,
I'm right there.
I love that Charmander, and
Fucking
that's all I
Charmanders,
need.
that's all I need.
That's all I need.
I have a farm of Charmanders, and that's not enough.
So you go in through your inbox, and you've got like 7 boxes worth of Charmander eggs, and you're like, which one's gonna spawn for the best EVIVs? Let's do
right.
this.
I did EV train a few Pokemons in my day.
Then after that, we went to Gen 5, which by far, in my opinion, is the worst creation of Pokemon. Upsettingly, knowing that Gen 5 was black and white, and it was modeled after America,
Yep.
which is truly unfortunate. I feel like someone dropped the ball there and letting some...
The
some-
American Game Freak team was like, fuck this. Like,
You got an idea, guys. You know the Americans how they're fat and stupid? Let's just model them after, like, garbage cans and
Oh,
and
yeah.
ice cream cones. Now, hell yeah,
Lamppost.
let's get a construction worker in there too. And call him something Italian. He's got 3 evolutions and carries bricks and shit. Like, thank
Brilliant.
you very much, Game Freak, for generalizing the entire American population as lazy, horrible slobs. I know the rest of the world calls us that, but damn it, just leave me in my own bubble and give me better Pokemon.
call me whatever the fuck you want. Just make my Pokemon cool.
Yeah, exactly. And then now we're going to France, man. I mean, Black and White, there was Black and White 2, which had an expansion of the series, and now we're going over to France for the Kalos region. And this is the first time that we've seen this enhancement in graphics.
Yeah.
Like, this is literally next-gen Pokemon.
And this will be the first time that I've actually gonna get a chance to buy my own game, play my own game from start to finish.
That's right. Leslie has actually never played a Pokemon game
Through and through.
through and through. Like,
Through and
never.
through, no.
Wow.
It's a good experience.
I think she's had maybe altogether less than 5 hours in a Pokemon game.
In the in Gold, I think it is. Is that what
Heart
it's called?
Gold.
Heart Gold.
Yes.
I think I have. I have about 13 hours.
Yeah, but how much of that is you stopping to watch, like, New Girl or something on Netflix?
No, I would sit and I would play it. It was just I would play in the Pokemon Olympics a lot, and I would make juice.
She'd run around and make berry juice. That's right. I remember now.
Yeah.
She's like, I've got to make puffins. Got some Pokemans love puffins.
It's like Brock.
Yeah, basically.
So I didn't
Unfortunately.
really take it seriously.
Right.
I think Gen 6 is going to be very similar to Ruby and Sapphire with
I hope so, man.
the kind of like it's like a graphic flip because Ruby and Sapphire is very much a graphic flip from
Oh,
fucking
definitely.
Crystal.
Definitely.
Crystal was dope with the whole Pokemon animations
Yeah.
and the XP bar on the bottom, which Gen 1 didn't have.
I don't know if people would agree with me on this, but I am really, really tired of the 8-bit sounds that they've been using since Blue and Red.
Yeah,
I'm ready for them to legitimately say their name.
or even just roar or something, fucking something new. Shit,
It shouldn't be that hard to incorporate that many
they
like,
make enough money,
0.01 byte sound files.
right?
Just Charmander. now it's like
Just a full-grown man, Charmander.
yeah, Charmander,
Roar.
Charmander. Now we've got the.
I got it on my phone if you want to hear it.
That's what we get. We get the soundbite from '95 or whatever, and it's just hard to identify. However, we're getting a lot of new things out of the Kalos region. Like we're getting what they've shown so far is the Go-Goat, which sounds really retarded, but you can ride Pokemon now.
Can you?
You can ride Pokemon.
You can also sit on benches, so I'm excited about.
Yeah, you could sit on.
Avid bench sitter.
Let's talk about things.
I boot up
people-
this game to bench on sits.
Yes.
You laugh, but from Guild Wars to Guild Wars 2,
People love that shit.
Could jump.
It's
Could
the immersion.
jump and swim, and people went fucking nuts.
Immersion.
Just
Yeah.
jumped everywhere.
You
So
know how-
let's
how
sit on a bench. Let's do that
Let me
shit.
tell you the reason I bought this video game. It was simply to sit on a bench. No, it's to ride a motherfucking Onyx through the streets like a boss. That's what I want to do.
That'd be nuts.
I know, right? That would be.
That's
like,
been a dream of yours for a while.
I know.
What was it? Onyx on one side and a Gyarados?
Yeah, I wanted to like literally,
on one and
as
one foot on the
ridiculous
other.
as it sounds, I want to get like matching sized Onyx and Gyarados just rolling through the streets together, and like split leg between them is Machamp, and he's got 2 arms guiding the Gyarados and the Onyx, and his other 2 arms are holding me in the air as I'm standing there on like the greatest like wrestler pose. That's a fucking dream of mine. Albeit it's simply a dream. It's never a possible because unless
never
they
know.
start breeding these really incredibly intelligent Pokemon with supernatural abilities. It's just not gonna happen, man.
You never know. They do some pretty crazy shit. You see those blocks that were jumping together and like freaking create robots and shit?
No, dude, I know. Not
This
in my
shit's like
time
tomorrow.
will I ever see
Tomorrow shit.
We're gonna
Well, I
wake up
never
with X and Y
see-
releasing,
yeah.
and there's gonna be Pokemon.
And I'll go,
I'm
the
gonna walk
streets.
out my fucking front door to. I'm like, see you later, babe. I'm gonna go get X and Y, and there's gonna be
like, Pidgey.
yeah, fucking Pidgey's right there. I'm like, get the fuck out, Pidgey. And like, oh no.
I'm like, ah!
Like that's what it's gonna be like.
I like
Shit,
your
it's like-
Pidgey noise. Oh!
It's like a nightmare.
Oh,
Yeah,
like a
same thing.
turkey.
Aren't they the same thing?
Definitely not. You realize, Pidgey is a pigeon.
Whatever.
What? I'm just having an epiphany.
Epiphany.
I'm an epiphany.
I had a epiphany. With that
Got a
being
brain
said,
fart.
there's also something new that we're seeing in 6th gen. There's something that's been released that people are pretty excited about. A lot of people are really kind of angry about it. They're called Mega Evolutions.
Thumbs down.
It's
Not for it.
a lot of people are saying that, but nobody's finding out about it. Nobody's getting educated. It's something to do with the backstory of the game because it's only limited to the Kalos region. There's something about the area that's forcing Pokemon to item evolve into a Mega Evolution temporarily.
Yeah, it's temporary. It's only in certain areas while with certain Pokemon that are holding certain items.
Yeah.
Like I think it's going to be super difficult to make them.
Hold on, Game Freak. Can you reach to the top shelf for me and grab that box of Mega Evolutions and sprinkle that on my Pokemon for me?
You can say that, and you can tee-hee and ha-ha, but I think as long as there's a good story to wrap it up, I think this one can trump all the others. Like, in nostalgia, hands down, Red, Blue, it's hard to beat that. And that was Silver
Man.
for me. Silver for me was literally, like, it's top shelf. But this, like, they actually have a story. It doesn't seem like you literally are running around from town to town collecting badges, fighting Team Rocket, and then get to Elite Four, pummel them, and you fight the champ, and game over. It actually feels like there's a contiguous story, and I'm excited to see it.
We'll see what happens.
And
It's totally a possibility.
yeah, it's definitely like it's something to look forward to because
I mean, they're
something we
reaching with
haven't
the
done
Pokemon Origins thing.
Yeah,
that was
definitely.
really cool. Like, I
Definitely.
watched it to episode 4, and Mega Evolution thing was kind of like whatever, but it was fun.
yet. I haven't seen anything to do
Yeah.
with Pokemon Origins
I
at
haven't
all.
seen it yet.
So,
either.
like, they run through 4 episodes, and essentially they run through Red and Blue all the way through. And they just, 4 episodes, 20 minutes long, and then they get to episode 4, and spoiler alert for anybody that wants to watch it and has it, essentially, he battles Mewtwo, and his Charizard Mega evolves into one of the new Mega Evolutions, and that's kind of their bait. Like, and by the way, we make this make sense kind of deal.
Interesting.
And it was cool. I'm not for the Mega Evolutions. They did it.
Which one did it become?
It was the purple Charizard with the black feathers. I don't know what it's called.
Okay, so
It wasn't the
That wasn't
actu-
the one that actually looked like Charizard.
It wasn't the orange one with the third horn.
okay, so
it was
it's,
the
it's,
other one.
it's the one from Y. It's the Y evolution. Because the Y evolution actually has claws on its shoulders too.
yeah.
Yeah. There's an X and Y evolution for each starter. Each starter from each gen is going to get a Mega Evolution. And they just recently spoiled that there's going to be 2 different evolutions, that they're game dependent, which I think is also really neat. For a long time, I mean, as you probably don't know it, but going into it, in every game, you can only catch specific Pokemon per game.
Yep.
Like if you go into Diamond and Pearl. In Diamond, you catch Dialga. In Pearl, you catch Palkia. There is absolutely no way, unless someone trades it to you, that you will get a Dialga and a Pearl copy. It's just not happening. So, in this one, we're seeing Xerneas and Yveltal, I think is its name, which they're stretching. Those names are pretty redonk, and I don't really know how I feel about that. Like, some of these are pretty dumbly named. But it's whatever. It's another Pokemon game. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to support Game Freak because it's been a part of my childhood for as long as I can remember.
Oh, it'll succeed, guaranteed. I don't think Pokemon's going to die for at least a long while, if it will ever die.
Definitely.
I know another new thing about it is the roaming herds.
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon that you're facing.
Oh, yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
And it's not
that's XP.
It's not even like it's not even all the same herd. Like they
Yeah.
literally showed a clip where it was Tauros. It was a herd of Tauros, and there was one Miltank in the group.
Yep.
And that's fucking cool, because I don't know if you remember it or not, but Miltank with rollout equals wreck your day.
Yep.
Yeah, every fucking time, man. I couldn't pass that gym. Like, I had to go grind for hours and hours and hours
Yeah,
just to
yep.
stand a chance.
Nightmare Fuel.
That's exactly what it is,
Nightmare
man.
fuel.
It's that Miltank.
Expertly put. Well done, Connor. That's your
That was my
comment for the
insert
cast.
today. Done.
That's right. So with Pokemon Origins coming out, we've
Origins
discussed. Oh, okay. With that out, with X and Y coming out tomorrow,
Yeah.
and with what we've discussed about our past, going from Blue and Red to Gold and Silver, yada yada yada. What is the future? Like, what do you think is the future?
We all know the future is someday Game Freak is going to be on its last crutch. It's going to be limping along, three of the fucking three of the things that help
Three
you
of
walk
them.
if your legs are broken.
Hey, Game Freak, why don't you reach to the top shelf and help Cody reach for those 3 magical letters that he's going to say MMO?
Walk on 3 crutches, and eventually they will do the MMO, I think.
Definitely.
Do I hope they do it on the Wii U? Even if they even remade Pokemon Snap on the Wii U, that would be
That's actually been copyrighted for the 3DS.
phenomenal. Well, Half-Life 3 has been copyrighted for years.
But this is only recently. Recently, they.
I mean, like, Half-Life 3 got copyrighted like a month ago, and it's been talked about for years.
they put the Donkey Kong Country that was released, Donkey Kong Country Returns, that was released on the Wii. They put it on the 3DS. It's not that crazy to believe that they're going to put an N64 game onto the 3DS, especially when it's so well received.
the N64. I
I'm
mean,
gonna
like
play
a
the
remake.
shit out of that game.
Like
I
a new
love
one.
Pokemon.
Easy.
Still.
Okay, that's definitely feasible. I mean, we have 5 more regions to go through, so yeah.
I
that's
wish they
feasible.
would. That would be fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But do I think they will? I think it's a fat chance. Just as fat as the MMO.
I don't think it's really that crazy. I mean, I feel like they've stretched it thus far. We've
The
got
last
these-
console one was the one with all the shadow Pokemon, wasn't it? Or there was one. There was one after that.
There was one after that. Well, plus we've got like Pokepal Park and like all of these little shitter game, Mystery Dungeon, things like that. That
Yeah,
a lot
those
of
are-
people like. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not the same.
But they're looking for their Pokemon fix on console.
That's right.
I mean, everybody loves the handhelds, but they're like, "Where's the next level? I want something
next level?"
way more serious,
Definitely.
way more fun, way more immersive." And there's just nothing there.
I think as a gamer, we all want that. Every
The
one of us
MMO,
want
yeah.
that. We want to immerse ourselves so much into these games. Like we're inventing ways to make the game better for us.
Yep.
Need I say it? Nuzlocke Run. Like literally.
Minecraft, man.
That's another way, but like Nuzlocke Run, they force you to name your Pokemon. If your Pokemon die, you have to release them because they're not fainted; they are dead.
Yep, dead.
They force you to immerse yourself into the game so much more, and that's just what we do as humans. We're trying to make it that closer. So, in an unrealistic world, would I love to see Pokemon cloned and created? Hell, fucking yeah, man! That's incredible to me. But is it possible? I mean, am I gonna see a wild out my door? Probably
Probably
not.
not.
It's just not going to happen. But can
Unless
I
we just
dream?
get some capture balls and we just capture regular regular animals.
That's right.
Fucking pelt rocks at
pigeon!
pigeons.
Yeah, I can still dream. I mean, sure enough, man. If you agitate a wild tiger, that bitch is going to attack something. Let's just hope you aim it at the right person.
Hopefully you have enough pigeons in your party to get off that tiger.
Just throw out a net filled with pigeons. Cover your enemy in breadcrumbs.
That's right. Take this bitch.
Yep, that's what is it? Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds all
Yeah.
over again. Good God, death.
That sounds awful. Especially for pigeons.
Pigeons indeed, man. So, the future of gaming for us, I think what we all want to see is a successful new branching title on the console.
Come on,
Possibly
Game Freak.
leading into an MMO. I mean, I don't want to see it on a console. I want to see it on PC. It
Yeah.
will not be
Yeah.
done right if it's on console. Just not happening.
No, it wouldn't.
They've
Even-
been trying it for a long time, man. They've been trying it for too long. Final Fantasy XI was probably the most successful console title MMO.
Yeah.
And you know what? That turned to shit real fast.
It's even more popular on the PC anyway, so.
And now we have Diablo 3. Diablo 3 just came out on console.
It's got a decent amount of hype
And
behind it.
That's another MMO. It's because it's a totally different game with the same content, as
Yeah.
ridiculous as it sounds. Totally different like loot systems and everything. But that's for another story all
Yep.
around. So, thumbs up or thumbs down on the progression of Pokemon as we know it?
If I could do it midway, I'd say middle ground to thumbs up. I mean, I'm glad they're still around. You're right. They're a childhood thing. It's a totally nostalgia. Even to see Mega Evolutions change my precious Charmander's evolution to Char whatever they call it. Yeah,
I think it's just Mega Charizard.
just Mega Charizard?
Yeah.
To Mega Charizard. They make it a Mega Charizard. And I'm not super excited about that, but they're still doing it. the kids are still excited about it, and I'm happy to see it around still because it brings back good memories.
So thumbs up.
Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up.
You give it a
Pity
thumbs up.
thumbs up.
What about you?
Pidgey thumbs up. I actually don't know enough about Pokemon. Like, I can't base this off of anything.
Are you excited at all?
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. I was excited the moment that I heard about it. I've had the game on pre-order for you. I bought it for you a year ago, and for me, it's been on pre-order for like 8 months. It's we've had these games ready and waiting the moment that I heard about them. Because the biggest thing with me is I'm not a huge turn-based fan. I never enjoyed turn-based games, and I'm not a huge fan of grinding, and that's what Pokemon is. You know, that's what a lot of the gameplay is. But what I'm seeing out of this game, it's what you guys are talking about. It's a bit more immersive. It's not just walking around and waiting for the you know.
Oh
As
my
much as
god!
we love it.
You just, I literally just tensed up and like reached for my pocket. You don't even know.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it. So I don't know enough. The most I've had with Pokemon has been our Pokemon Snap. I played Pokemon. I played the shit out of that game.
Yep.
And then the other thing is playing our free PDF download that we found online of our Pokemon tabletop RPG.
Yes.
Highly
Which-
suggested.
Which is a blast. I suggest it to anybody who
Yes.
likes playing tabletop games. It is so much fun. And that's where I've learned most about Pokemon. But I can't say progression is game-wise. I can't give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I am excited, though.
Gotcha. Okay, well that sounds like a thumbs up, a maybe. And what about you, sir?
I feel that they did what they could. So I'm kind of like in between because they still have to appeal to the younger kids.
They do.
I mean, Nintendo is definitely for the new generation, the generation that's always coming up. I mean, we like Pokemon when we were little, but it's not always going to appeal to us as time progresses. I mean, they're not going to always. You have to appeal to the generation that's up and coming,
Current
the new
generation.
Pokemon generation, and maybe the people right now will make a podcast in 10 years talking about how Generation 6 was the shit and how everything else just went to hell.
Generation 11 was just balls. So we'll see. I mean, I think going like piggybacking
Africa
on that.
edition.
Yeah. You're terrible.
My goodness.
Piggybacking on what you just said there, I don't feel like they're ever just targeting one specific audience because Nintendo's, their code of conduct, their motto literally follows their target audience is everyone, it's family. As we've spoke about earlier in a previous podcast, the Super Nintendo was originally called the Super Famicom. It was the family console, and that's literally their target audience is families.
Yep.
They like children happy because if children are happy, so are their parents. So they drop in some subtle humor and some things that only adults can pick up. Just so happens that they started when we were kids, so now we're adults and we can appreciate it a little bit more. With that being said, as a longtime fan, I'm looking forward to this, and I'm definitely going to give it a thumbs up because I'm hoping for the best. And I know you can't see it, but like literally, I'm thumbs upping so hard it's hurting my
Oh
palm.
my goodness, that looks painful.
It was painful, quite so.
Impressive.
So I think that wraps up the next edition of Table Talk. We're here with Crit Happens. So
Yes, sir.
we're nerds, guys, and I don't know if you know this or not, but we rule the world. You just don't know it yet.